parenting.
Scientists are learning more and more about the mind.
So number one for gentle parenting is to respect your children, and the idea that as adults we think we have certain rights and we think that people should respect us and talk to us in a certain way all the time and respect our beliefs and our emotions, but that we don't bestow that same respect on our children all the time, that we kind of are in charge of them, that we expect them to follow our ways. And I think that in some ways children need the boundaries, don't they? And that's also, like, I guess, anti-gentle parenting, but there are some certain things that children aren't able to decide on, like the basics, like it is now dinner time, it is now bedtime, and we have to guide them. But I think that for me, respecting your children comes down to how you talk to each other and how you expect them to treat each other around the house, and that is my number one most important thing. And I really believe that that has made my family much less needing to lean on the discipline, because that means we listen to each other and we're nice to each other. So I always tell the kids that kindness starts at home, and that we can't go to school or go to work all day and be really nice to our colleagues and smiley and give our best to strangers, and then when you get home the temptation is just to be like, ugh, I can't be bothered anymore, all my license is gone. And I say to them, look, we have to be really nice to each other. We only get one family, we're each other's most important people. Other people come and go, but we're here for life and we love each other, and that's why we have to respect each other. We don't tell each other to shut up, we don't call each other names, and I would never do that to the children, and I don't expect them to do that to me. And I think that that kindness starts from home, is a way of showing my children respect. But it also means things like, you know, we all live here. Sometimes I just think of ourselves as a family rather than me as the mum, and that gets me out of the manager mode. And I'm like, yeah, bring your toys downstairs, like who cares? Like, it's your house as much as it is mine, and you can make rules as well within the boundaries of what's safe and things like that. So yeah, it's a really, really good one, and it's one just to look for throughout the day, like how can I make this more two-way and go with them more than just being the one who's always having to push myself in charge, which isn't nice for us mums either, really. The second one is a huge one, and that is to empathise with our children. So she talks a lot about, you know, behaviour and bad behaviour and lack of cooperation can come from anger, it can come from sadness, it can come from frustration, and to really understand their emotions and not then punish them for having feelings or for being sad, and that instead we should just make sure that they understand that we get their feelings, that we understand why, explain to them, yeah, it might be school time now and you've got to leave your toys and that really sucks, but I'll have your toys ready for you when you get home, and now let's get our shoes on. It would be a very nice way of doing it rather than my normal just get the shoes on, you knew about them 10 minutes ago. So just kind of reminding yourself, and sometimes that can break the back, I think, of a confrontation. But when I am in that moment of confrontation sometimes, and it's just the cycle has started, someone's angry, then they get upset, and then they don't want to cooperate, and then I'm annoyed, I always have this motto, which is try a little tenderness. And if you're ever in that situation, I swear, and you just say something kind, or you just start acting super kind toward your child, they love it. They thrive much more on kindness and positivity, as we all know. And sometimes it takes that reminder. So if they're like really, really sad, it's like, is it that big a deal if I say to them, look, why don't you have just a sandwich on the floor in the lounge for dinner tonight? And, you know, is it that
deal? Because no, it's not that big a deal to me, but will it really bring back